Miller, he seems to be coming after you every chance he gets. What have you made of him?
The drug cheat. Is that a fight you'd entertain?
No, definitely.
At no point, no.
Nah. Him and Dylan will make a good fight.
So Joe Rogan on an episode talks about how Jake Paul is preparing to take steroids if he ever were to fight Anthony Joshua. Here's a clip.
Jake wants to fight Anthony Joshua now? He wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like,
yeah,
what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fight him
now?
now? He's like, no, I want to wait till 2026. I'm like, okay.
To put on weight?
Put all the steroids, every steroid they have.
I would watch. Here's the thing. I would watch
venom.
it.
Oh, by
What made the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua showdown so unbelievable wasn't just the matchup itself. Former YouTuber stepping in against one of the most dominant heavyweights of this era was the fact that nobody ever imagined this could even be real. But after Jake managed to defeat Mike Tyson, he convinced himself he could stand toe-to-toe with anyone. AJ didn't mock Jake's skills, didn't call him a fake boxer. Instead, he went straight for the truth he believed Jake was hiding. Staring him down, he said, "You're not doing this clean. You know exactly what you're doing." And the entire internet froze because Anthony Joshua, a man who almost never feeds into drama, had finally stepped into the long-running steroid whispers surrounding Jake Paul. And he said it right when new reports claimed Jake had tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs.
Because I think that's nonsense, but something's going on and I can't quite. Jake has a secret weapon. Apparently he has a couple of them, and I'm about to them right here for you guys.
But what made Ajay's words sting even more wasn't the accusation alone. It was the fact that nearly the entire fight community had been hinting at this moment for years. And now, with Ajay calling it out on the biggest night of Jake's career, the entire narrative around this matchup blew wide open.
Show everyone time and time again how many times you get drug tested. 5 times in a month. Stuff like that is crazy. And you know, he was the one who had been banned 2 years for taking illegal substances. So I just tell him, for your own good as well, when you talk, just think because you're
To understand how we reached this point, we have to revisit the voices that warned everyone long before AJ spoke up. Dana White has been one of Jake's loudest and longest-standing critics. This isn't some casual beef. This is a man who questioned Jake's avoidance of strict drug testing long before any official rumors began. Every time Jake signed a new fight, Dana repeated the same challenge. Why won't he sign up for full USADA testing? It became almost predictably.
Jake said that I snort cocaine, that I'm a cokehead. My rebuttal to that was, I'll tell you what, you can test me randomly for the next 5 years for cocaine if I can test you randomly for performance-enhancing drugs the next 2 years. And I never got a response on that.
Dana. The biggest warning sign was how drastically Jake's body changed around his fights. He'd pack on size unnaturally fast before fight announcements, then drop weight instantly when needed, and walk into the ring looking like a completely new athlete every few months. In the MMA world, that pattern is classic PED behavior.
Are they on steroids or not on steroids? Joe Rogan.
Steroids. Joe Rogan puts anything in his body.
Andrew Tate.
No, I don't think he's on steroids.
Yeah, because he was a professional fighter. There's no way you could get around that.
And he also has a character that, once you find one flaw in it, brings everything down, so that he would be running a huge risk.
Tom Brady.
No, I think he does a bunch of weird holistic stuff. Tom Brady injects avocados into his veins.
Jake Paul.
Yes, I think Jake Paul is on steroids. He has a very good team around him, and I think he's cycling on and off.
His brother, Logan Paul.
I don't think he's on steroids. I think that's a natural body. If you go back and you look at Logan Paul throughout the Vine days, the YouTube days, he's always had a very genetically gifted build.
And the Liver King.
Yes. Yes. Look at the guy. He's got balloons on his tip.
While Dana pushed for clarity, Jake responded with jokes, memes, and distractions. So when news broke about a possible positive test, Dana didn't have to say a single thing. The internet connected the dots itself. People suddenly believed Dana had been right the whole time.
Jake said that I snort cocaine, that I'm a cokehead. My rebuttal to that was, I'll tell you what, you can test me randomly for the next 5 years for cocaine if I can test you randomly for performance-enhancing drugs the next 2 years. And I never got a response on that.
Then there was John Fury, who had been shouting warnings earlier than almost anyone. Even before Tommy Fury stepped into the ring with Jake, John kept insisting something wasn't adding up. Interview after interview, press conference after press conference, he repeated the same message. Jake Paul avoids proper drug testing.
The contract with Jake Paul, which had everything in it but the kitchen sink, but he refused point blank to sign up to the drug testing people's either. Now, to me, that's very naughty, because we're meant to be in a high-profile fight. What's going out being all over the world.
He claimed Jake's team kept stalling, changing details, dragging out agreements. For years, people brushed John off as just another Jake critic. But now, he looks more like someone who recognized the signs before the rest of the world.
I'm making this video, but can I say anything about Jake Paul? I don't know. People have got to make their own mind up. But in the press conference the other day, he won't remove his glasses. Now, eyes are telltale to everything. You know, he's grown a big beard, which people who understand what I'm talking about know where I'm coming from. I don't know. Leave it to them to make their own mind up. But what we're doing here is trying to enlighten people in the world today that it is illegal to use steroids, and that's what he's doing to gain an edge. Well, I feel sorry for him.
But the most unexpected red flag didn't even come from boxing. It came from the fitness world through Bradley Martyn. And this hit harder because Bradley wasn't a rival, wasn't a hater, wasn't trying to stir beef. He's someone who understands physiques on a level most people never will.
Steroids, yeah. I do 100%. I'm willing to bet that. All the money that I have, I'd bet.
I've always had my suspicions, and
and dude, I'm not even sitting here being like, fuck him for that at all. I just want to make that clear.
Okay. I mean, but in combat sports,
what do you think? Do you think he is or he isn't?
I think he has for sure, but I don't know if he is currently.
Why would he not? Why would he not? If you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's looking in the mirror. He's in his bathroom. And he's like, Dylan, I'm gonna kill this. And he's like injecting his. Because he's like, I gotta protect Nina.
Yeah, facts,
you know?
facts. And he did. Fair play to him. He did listen.
And he's like,
for all the criticisms,
he's looking a little more angular in the face.
The thing I've always thought is like, how do you get bigger and then lean out as you get bigger? I don't know that I'm not.
How do you get bigger and then lean out as you get bigger?
Like, it's usually a process of getting bigger, leaning. He's leaning
now you're
out
onto
as
it. Now you're. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
When Bradley said Jake Paul couldn't possibly be natural, people paid attention. His entire reputation is built on knowing the difference between a natural athlete and someone enhanced. He pointed out Jake's rapid muscle growth, the advanced muscle maturity, and gains that didn't match the timeline of Jake's training.
That's my question. It was about the steroids.
Right. In his eyes, he looked like he was telling the truth. It was genuine, not like Jake. When Jake's asked about roids, Woodley, I don't know. Have you seen it? And plus, Jake's head grew as much as mine did after roids. The pimples and like you. Jake,
I don't care. Regardless, I'm
Jake
curious.
aged like 10 years in a year. Like, get off the Anadrol, bro. Anadrol's destroying.
So you think Logan didn't take gear?
But here's the thing.
I think he did.
I think he did because I saw Derek more plates.
I think he did 100%. Just, I mean, bro, I've been around this for.
Well, if one brother's doing
years.
it, the other. Like, Jake is so. The aggression came out of nowhere. The head size, the beard. He got older than his dad. He looks good, though. He's a good looking guy now. And when Jake is asked and pressed by Woodley, go look at his reaction. Fear and terror. Every time Jake has to talk about PEDs, fear and terror, Logan, almost like no fear. Maybe because he's a dumb blonde. Like, oh, what are you asking?
Bradley. These weren't signs of natural development. They were the hallmarks of someone cycling smartly. And when a respected figure in fitness says your physique doesn't look natural, the impact is massive.
Or to ask Logan, what the fuck is your brother doing in the underworld? In a basement. You know what I'm saying now. You know what I'm saying. His younger brother, Jake Paul, enters, and I've done that before, but not a breathing exercise with a psychic team that costs $1 million. He goes into a basement to enter a non-ordinary, psychic, Freemasonic-like psychic state.
You're talking about the breathing.
You've seen.
But even all of those warnings didn't shake the internet like ESPN's First Take did. Stephen A. Smith brought on a sports science expert who broke down how elite fighters with money can outsmart drug testing protocols. He didn't name Jake, but the message was so obvious that fans instantly connected it to him.
Fletcher, do you think the reason why PEDs are so prominent is because they're still not testing for growth hormone quite yet?
Well, that's one, but there are many out there. I think the testing policies that are in place are really not designed to catch people yet.
Even fighters who had once defended. Jake started switching up. Oscar de la Hoya, who usually praises Jake for bringing attention to boxing, suddenly claimed the media hadn't covered. Jake's steroid rumors earlier because Jake's team was paying them off. Coming from someone who's seen every kind of corruption in combat sports, that accusation hit hard
too, because the boxing media isn't reporting on anything these days. I wonder why. Has anybody else noticed this? Well, I actually did some digging and confirmed many members of the boxing media have been paid off by certain people and essentially muzzled. I mean, these are the facts.
The real shift happened when fans began reanalyzing Jake's old fights. They noticed how Tyron Woodley landed clean shots in their first match, yet Jake reacted like someone who barely felt them. They remembered how odd it was that Jake never seemed to gas out, even in fights where he should have been exhausted.
Those little bumps you had on your face kind of alarmed me. You wouldn't be happy to taking PEDs, are you?
Listen, if you want to build in excuses right now,
No, I'm just asking.
go ahead.
Because I was just wondering. I looked at
ahead.
your face, it looked kind of serious. You had some rage and you acting all unorthodox. You know, those are signs of the PEDs.
I'm enraged. I'm not enraged at all.
Are you taking PEDs?
No, sir.
Not at all. Okay.
No, sir.
That's what I feel like. I don't care.
They remembered his unbelievable transformation from 2018 to now, how he went from an average YouTuber to a shredded, heavy-handed, pro-level athlete. Before, those moments felt strange, but with new context, they started looking like warning signs everyone had overlooked.
This is why Jake Paul is on PED. Within this past year, Jake Paul has literally hit a second puberty and aged like. Furthermore, he has acne and his hairline is receding like crazy. And people like Jake Paul are the best skin doctors in the world and probably are taking hair loss products that aren't even approved for the rest of us. Now, I'm not saying that Jake Paul necessarily took a steroid to make him look bigger, but he's definitely taking something that allows him to recover faster. That way he's able to train more and get better at boxing quickly.